All right, so this #1 welterweight contender has found his way back to a title fight. A lot of people didn't think he would get there, and he's made a career of proving doubters wrong.
You know, he carries a chip on his shoulder. You tell this man that he can't do something.
Right.
He will make it a point to get that done. He said from the moment he walked out the octagon last time and didn't win the belt, that I will be back. Many smirked at him. Many laughed. But his inner circle believed that it was only a matter of time before their guy got another chance, and when he got here, he would get the job done.
Now, some would argue he wasn't ready the first time around. I think that's probably a little bit too simplistic, but there's no denying. He has rounded out his game, he has evolved, he's maximized the developmental time, and a lot of people believe we will have a new champion by night's end. All right, so here he is, a man who needs no introduction. GSP, wildly popular, not just in his native Canada, but around the world. Many people, DC, believe, pound for pound, that George St-Pierre might be the greatest UFC fighter of all time.
He is one of the greatest fighters of all time. If there was an MMA Mount Rushmore, George St-Pierre would be on everybody's list of top 5 fighters of all time. Just an ability to mix everything together. He was truly the evolution of mixed martial arts, from the wrestling, the striking, to the grappling. A guy that did everything and did everything well, and it made the level of mixed martial arts raise because everyone was trying to catch GSP.
And I got good news. Right next to him on that Mount Rushmore, Daniel Cormier. Raise that hand!
Come on, John, don't do it to me.
GSP George St-Pierre. We are set for our main event of the evening. And now our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. All right, now to get us started, we go inside the octagon where we find Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Hughes. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, George Rush St-Pierre!
Herb Dean, our referee for this one. All right, well, there's nothing quite like a George St-Pierre fight. I mean, how about the decibels in this building? As my man Joe Rogan might say, it is deafening in here. I can hear the Canadians from the rooftop. George St-Pierre's competing tonight, folks. There's no doubt about it. And there he goes, lands another combination. His cardio's so good that it allows him to put forth this type of output.
When his opponent is done at 2, he is stringing together 4, 5, 6 more different strikes. You don't do that without having fantastic cardio.
Oh, and now the underhook, DC.
He's got no underhook, he's got the far side post. If you're the opponent, you have got to get out of here.
All right, early action here. We'll see how soon George St-Pierre can get one of his patented takedowns, but it all works off of the jab that you saw right there.
It does. I mean, he has a beautiful jab, and I've seen him do so much damage with that jab. You know, I keep calling back to fights, but I remember him and Josh Koscheck. The moment the fight started, bang, jab, broken orbital bone. If Koscheck in Canada, fight's over. George St-Pierre does not throw a range-finding jab. He throws that jab with malicious intent.
Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Hughes. All right, so from being dominated to in the dominant position. Nice reversal on the ground. All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips.
Oh, he's advancing.
Oh, he escapes.
He got out. I mean, wow. That is great submission defense.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
I'll stand this up. You need to work.
Oh, in the mount. Oh.
Postures up and lands a brutal strike to the head.
He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistently.
Well, that was a high-level extended battle on the ground. Now, though, the athletes back to their feet, and no surprise the crowd responds in kind.
The crowd just loves whenever they get two high-level strikers going at it. It was very hard to get back up after getting taken down. But he's got there now. Let's see if he can take advantage of it.
Oh, really using his reach advantage as he landed the jab there. Big right hook coming, it's blocked.
I need you to get that.
Effective jab there by Hughes. Nice. Nicely done. And they separate. 90 seconds to go. That's a good strike there by Hughes. Oh, now gets an underhook to get a more dominant position. His misses are entertaining.
Oh, nice double leg, yes.
All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC.
Oh, he got to a spot. Going Kimura now.
Oh, looks like he's got that submission locked in.
Starting to get deep.
This work. I'll stand this up. You need to work.
Under a minute now to go in the round. A lot of top pressure being applied here. Working from the top here. Pretty good ground and pound here by St-Pierre.
Now he's going full mount. He's got to be careful here.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by GSP. Final seconds of round one. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. That horn sounds means we have reached the end of round one.
Let this guy know who you are. You gotta change it.
All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Round two is underway. All right, so next round is underway after he came very close to submitting his opponent in that previous round.
He came very, very close to get that finish, but he wasn't able to get that little extra squeeze to get the finish. But it's okay. Continue to try and put yourself back in those positions to get the job done.
Oh, Superman punch is good. You can tell he's been working on that. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Nice 1-2 there. Trying to inflict some damage here, but misses with the kick.
Beautiful job getting those hands on.
Takedown defense holds up.
Oh, guillotine here.
That guillotine is officially tight.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out.
Oh, right to the mount.
St-Pierre's in half guard. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by St-Pierre.
Oh, that looks tight. It looks like the Darce choke is in. He's got it locked in now. What he's got to do is free his...
Oh, he got out again.
Good work, guys. Come on.
Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Blocked. Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter. Oh, he puts his knee on belly.
St-Pierre's in half guard. Well, we told you off the top of the broadcast he could do it all, but he's leaning on the striking tonight and continues to hit his opponent really with most of what he's throwing.
Well, he can't miss. I mean, it's like the guy's throwing a baseball at the side of the ball. Everything he throws, he lands, and he's showing that he can do it, and he can do it in abundance. The pace that this young man is fighting at is truly something special.
All right, so there it is again. He's been very efficient with his ground and pound striking game tonight.
And now they're starting to pile. He's starting to pile them together. Punch after punch is starting to land from the top position.
We approach the 2-minute mark in round 2. All right, so now we start to see some bruising appearing on the torso, and all of that courtesy of the body work of his opponent.
Just the wherewithal to go to the body and the discipline to stay with that approach. I mean, it's just tremendous. You see a fighter with a high fight IQ following a game plan, and it's working.
On that ground game. Let's go.
Nice shot there by the champ. Getting them out here.
Well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by George St-Pierre.
Another strike gets through from the top position.
Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career. Under a minute, now to go in round 2. Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Hughes. Well, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. St-Pierre's in half guard now.
Great submission defense.
Good work from the top here by GSP. Another ground and pound strike lands. All right, full guard here, DC. What does he need to do to improve position?
Well, he's got to start to build his posture, get some damage off, move to half guard, which in turn leads to more opportunities for advancement. But if you're on the bottom, you've got to anticipate those movements the moment he tries to move to the next position. You build a shield, get back to your feet, or dig an underhook to try to get a reversal or a sweep.
Breathe. Slow that heart rate down. Slow it down. Good. Focus, okay? Listen, you are not tired. I know you have.
All right, now we check out some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about the display of striking?
Just high level. I mean, you would think that we're watching a K1 level kickboxing match opposed to being in the UFC. Both displayed great technical skills, unbelievable striking.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Round 3 of a possible 5. Well, that one should leave a mark. Outstanding leg kick employed there by Hughes. And that one certainly found the target.
Oh, nice takedown defense. Trading huge shots. Let's see who's going to be the last man standing.
Oh, shot to the body connects there. He hasn't really thrown too many body strikes in this fight, but now, as this fight goes on, he is not discriminating, working the body, and those shots are going to count. Now some uppercuts.
He better move, John. He cannot take these uppercuts from this position.
That's a heck of a strike to land from bottom position. Oh, shades of the godfather of the ground and pound, Mark Coleman, as he lands again.
Coley somewhere smiling, watching this guy land from the top position.
Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground. Oh, staying busy from top position. He lands another ground strike there. Hard ground and pound shot there, and yes, it was hard, opening right up. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal. Gotta be careful here.
Well, St-Pierre is able to flatten him out. We'll see how he chooses to proceed from here. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submissions.
We have crossed the midpoint of this one. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by George St-Pierre.
Nice transition.
St-Pierre's right back to the full mount. Oh, nice job to split his guard and get the ground strike home again.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
Beautiful strike there as he continues to attack that cut. Cut man's gonna have some work to do if we get to the stool between rounds.
But that's why we got the best in the business. We got the best cut men in the business, and they are going to need him right now because this cut is getting worse, and it's only going to continue to get worse because he has got a killer in front of him.
There it is. Now he's going him out. Big right hook there by the champ.
Hughes is in half guard. And right into side control. Hard ground and pound. Some swelling now starting to appear. And dizzy as he looks to improve position here. Oh, crowd just loving it as the fighters, after an extended grappling battle, make their way back to the feet.
Yeah, they're back on their feet. They spent a lot of energy on the ground. And these guys were going back and forth on the ground, and ultimately, he's gotten back to his feet to give himself an opportunity.
All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round. Trying to keep the judges out of it, lighten up his opponent left and right. Missed with that attempt. Here's his eye is closing up. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. All right, he continues to bully his opponent here, really manhandling him on the ground. That's 3 rounds. We're now headed to the championship rounds. All right, so there's the end of the round. Big story in this one now. The cut on the bridge of that nose from that strike. The cut man is in there. Should be able to shut this one and potentially prevent it from being a factor here moving forward. All right, back to the stools we go, and it's starting to look like a second mouth on his cheek.
Yeah, it looks terrible. I mean, the guy is getting hit with big shots. One big enough to open up a nasty cut on his cheek. While it's in a better spot, it still is very difficult to deal with.
Like if he absorbs another strike on that cheek, he might actually be able to eat through that cut on his cheek. I'm just saying.
He's got a big mouth.
All right, here's round 4. Fight. Oh, big diving punch to the head. Looking to stop it, and he will.
Oh, my goodness.
What a fight. So how about that? What a moment for this fighter as he pounds him out for the TKO win. Relentless strikes landed across the board and a huge, huge win in his career.
John, that was so impressive. What an amazing display of finishing ability by this young fighter.
Bruce Buffer is here. He has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 7 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, George Rush St-Pierre.
All right, well, clearly a decision victory was not going to be enough for GSP tonight. George St-Pierre, decisively your winner by TKO.
He talked about finishing the fight. He talked about really separating himself from the division. And tonight, that's a step in the right direction.